Okay, so it's time for another player review, one of the shapeshifter variety, and in this video today we're going to try out the 89 rated Mahrez, who in FIFA of course is naturally a winger, but this special item has him as a attacking mid, which is a really nice position change, to be honest, because now we can use this guy as either a central attacking mid or as a striker if we wish to do so. I mean, obviously you could do that prior by changing him in game, but this way you can start him and get him into some different teams. Now, I actually really do like the look of this card, so hopefully it does perform quite well in game. On the market at the time of recording, this card is costing around 450k on the PlayStation, 420k on the Xbox, which doesn't seem like a bad price for a pretty highly rated card in the Premier League. So, let's have a look at this guy, shall we? 5-star skills, as you already know. 4-star weak foot as well, but pretty good things to have for a attacking mid. He's also got high-low wear rates, so hopefully he should be pushing forward quite a bit. Now, the reason I've highlighted the wear rates is because on this guy's normal cards in Ultimate Team, he has medium wear rates, but on this item, he does indeed have high-low. Maybe that's EA's way of suggesting we should play him as a striker. Now, we're actually going to start him as a central cam, but what we are in-game going to try him out as a striker as well, because this looks like a card that could do quite well in that role, especially if you apply something like the Hunter Chem style to him. We're going to keep basic on him for now just to see how he does, but I might put a Hunter Chem style on him in some of the remaining games. Anyway, let's have a look at this guy's in-game stats. They look great, to be honest. There's a lot of dark greens on this page, and that means that this guy should be a very good technical player, and that's what you'd expect from a Mahrez item. Nice pace of 89, and good sprint speed of 86, and pretty solid acceleration of 92. The shooting stats for a midfielder look very solid. He's got an 89 shot power rating, 89 long shots, so from distance he should be a threat, and with 85 finishing and 87 composure inside the box, he should be pretty reliable as well. He has some very impressive passing attributes. The 90 crossing definitely does stand out, as does the 90 free curve, which should definitely help this guy get a good bit of whip on his deliveries. Dribbling, as you'd expect with a Mahrez card, looks pretty outstanding. 96 agility, 90 balance, 94 ball control, and 94 in-game dribbling, all absolutely outstanding. The only negative in that column is his reaction stat of just 80. But other than that, this card looks outstanding. Obviously, physically, he isn't too much of a threat, doesn't have great strength or aggression, but with this Mahrez having such insane dribbling, hopefully we can use that to our advantage by avoiding would-be defenders. Anyway, let's get into some games. Let's see how we do with this guy. Well, for Riyadh's debut, we actually come up against a right-wing Mahrez, and we also come up against 3 icons too, so a pretty solid team for my opponent, but he's using Rudiger, which is a very interesting option, especially for, you know, this stage of FIFA. Opportunity here to counter-attack. Aubameyang puts the ball through for Mahrez, who's found himself in a lot of space here. Can he get around Rudiger with just pace? Not quite. Oh, Mahrez with the interception, goes for the shot with the left foot, and that's a good save from Luiz. We went for the low shot, but Luiz has pulled out a very good stop. Nice pass there from Martinelli, comes inside. Mahrez gets it across and Aubameyang scores. That was a very sweaty goal, but you know what? It counts. Aubameyang puts it out wide to Dan James, who does get the ball into the box. Martinelli gets it to Mahrez, who goes for the header for some reason, and goes straight to Lloris. I would have preferred him to volley that, but Aubameyang goes on the inside. There's a chance for Mahrez to tie it all up, and the shot sadly drags wide. Well, at half-time, we're 2-1 down, and I'm a bit annoyed about it, to be honest, because I feel like both goals came from big errors from myself. In fact, I know they did, because one of them was from a goal kick. I panicked. Well, not panicked, but I just went too early with the pass, and he intercepted and, you know, had a pretty much tap in. So, got to be better in the second half. And in the second half, we are going to be trying out Mahrez as a striker. So, let's see how he does in that role. Aubameyang finds Mahrez, who's turned his man. Puts the ball on the inside for Aubameyang. And there's the equaliser. Nice setup there from Mahrez. Martinelli finds Mahrez, who goes for it with his right foot. I actually wanted a left foot outside the foot shot there, but wasn't to be. Got a corner. Well, at full time, it's 2-2. We're heading to extras. Felipe Anderson puts the ball through for Riyad Mahrez, who's now got a chance. On the inside, can he get the ball across? Oh, just couldn't quite stab that pass through to David Villa there. Might be the last opportunity in the game, and David Villa, oh, he's hit the post. Wow, fine margins. Oh, we've just won it! Oh wow, we were a goal behind, but then we went and saved 3 in a row, and we got the job done. So, how did Riaz do on debut? Well, unfortunately, we couldn't get him on the score sheet, but he did get 2 assists, which was pretty nice. And, yeah, I thought he actually played quite well. Was definitely impressed with him in the cam role in that first 45. Okay, so, our next opponent has this. It's a pretty mad team featuring some really, really good players. So, a bit worried about this game. It could be pretty tough. Oh, Mahrez beats Roy Keane. Beat another one. Through on goal. Got a chance, and that's a very nice goal. Did really well and showed really good ball control there. And the finish was class as well. Very powerful, accurate strike. Martinelli finds Mahrez, who links up with Aubameyang. Chance in a tight angle. I'm going to go for goal. See what happens. Chance. Mahrez. Oh, get the shot away. Oh, what is going on? What a mess of a game. Well, at half-time, sadly, the score is 2-2. We were ahead 2 goals up quite early on. And then towards the end of the half, my opponent equalised twice. And I'm just annoyed at myself for throwing away a 2-goal lead, to be honest. I'm not going to make any changes in the second half, to be honest. I'm going to keep things how they are for now. And hopefully we can see an improvement in the second 45. And James gets the ball on the inside. Mahrez returns the favour. There's a chance. Ball across the box and Aubameyang scores. Nice bit of play. Dan James. Oh, penalty. Chance now. Chance now. Let's hope he does not know what I like to do from my penalties. I like to dummy to the right. I like to chip it down the middle. Fingers crossed he takes the bait. And he does. Whew. 10 minutes on the clock. We've got a goal. Got a goal lead and a man lead as well. My opponent's getting very aggressive now, and that way just going to take full advantage. Put the ball in the back of the net. Job done. Tough game that. Tough game. Very tight. And there's full time. We get ourselves that 5-3 win. And I'm not going to lie, I was nervous in that game, especially after I blew the 2-goal lead. I was like, oh, I'm going to bottle this match. But I didn't. We got 3 goals and a assist out of Mahrez, who played brilliantly in that cam role in that game. And yeah, pretty happy with my performance. Obviously, it was a very tight game. And then we got the goals towards the end once my opponent got that red card. We took full advantage of that. And yeah, job done. So, after playing with this headliners Mahrez, wait, no. After playing with the Shapeshifters Mahrez a bit more, what's the verdict on this card? Gotta be honest, really enjoyed using it, to be honest. And his goals and assist return over 4 games was a pretty impressive haul. He ended up scoring 5 goals and got 6 assists, so not too bad at all. I would have liked to have played more games with him, but obviously I was limited by the loan. But still, we definitely got some use out of this card, and I definitely feel like them high-low work rates affect him in a positive way. The guy made some really good attacking runs and stayed forward a lot, and I like that, so very happy with that. Anyway, how was this guy's pace? In-game, pretty good. Obviously, you could apply the Hunter Chem style if you wanted to make him a bit quicker, but I thought he was quick enough with basic, to be honest. For the midfield role, anyway, if you're going to use him as a striker, definitely do want to be putting Hunter on him, in my opinion. I thought his shooting for a mid was very good, and he's definitely capable of playing in that striker role, even with, once again, basic chem. But if you want to make him that bit more clinical in front of goal, definitely do apply that Hunter Chem style. Positionally, I thought this card was class, made some really good attacking runs, and got him behind a lot, and just in general his base positioning seemed really solid. Them high-low work rates definitely did affect him in a positive way for me. Very happy with his finishing and shot power, like I've already touched on, and from distance he's also a good threat. His passing I thought was brilliant, very good once more. I thought his crossing into the box was great, his shot past the link up play was very solid, and his through balls were also to a decent standard as well. His through balls weren't amazing, but they were good enough in my opinion. But very happy with his shot passing. I also thought his curve rating definitely helped out with his deliveries, because yeah, he just gets a really good amount of curve when delivering the ball in the box, whether that be from just an in-play cross or from a set piece. The dribbling on this card for the most part is absolutely fantastic. I have zero complaints really in that department. Feels very agile and he's very good on the ball. And like I always say in my reviews when we talk about players who are good at dribbling, if you are good at dribbling, if you're good at that LB/L1 dribbling, you will get more out of this card than I did, because I'm not a great dribbler, but for those of you who are very good at it, like I say, you'll probably enjoy this card more than I did. It's a shame he doesn't have a better reaction stat, but obviously there has to be some bit of downside to this card, and that is slightly one of them. Physically, how is this guy? He's as you'd expect, to be honest. Stamina is good enough, but his strength isn't great, and like I said at the start, you've just got to use his dribbling the best of your ability to avoid would-be defenders, and you'll be absolutely fine with this card. So the overall takeaways from this review: very good card, played really well as a cam. Didn't like him as much as a striker, but I thought he was good enough. But I just really enjoyed using him as that central cam in behind the striker, because he's just such a good player to run with when in possession of the ball. And those high-low work rates definitely helped out his positioning in game as well, which is something that I really did like. So do I think Mahrez is worth picking up? Well, according to FUTBin right now, he's actually now 400k. So yeah, his price has changed a little bit since I started recording this video. But 400k for this card, I don't think is too bad, especially when you take into consideration the position change being a very popular one. So at that price, I don't really have too many complaints. Do I think that's a bargain price? No, but do I think that's a bad price? Definitely not. If you can afford to, I definitely would give this card a go, especially, once again, if you're good with the LB/L1 dribbling. So guys, those are my thoughts on the 89 rated Riyad Mahrez Shapeshifter item. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it. In the comments, let me know your thoughts on this card. Also, let me know which other players you want me to review. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.